And it's a very warm welcome back from me, Johnny Bryan, and I welcome you back to the RNFU Achieving Academic and Sporting Excellence Rugby Finals Day here at the Alliance Park here in North London. Match number 2 of 3 here this afternoon is between Truro College and Filton College. This for the plate. And this is how both sides line up. Truro line up like this. Number 1 is Tommy Phillips. Number 2, Tommy Leash Southworth. Number 3, Billy Keast. Number 4, Luke Hadsam. 5, Brad Howe. 6, Tony Pello. 7, Jack Inard. 8, Neil Stanley. 9, Matt Butler as the scrum half. Joel Matavisi. Josh Matavisi's brother is number 10. Harrison Cully at 11. Tom Holdsworth and Jack Simmons are the centres. Noah Sixton on the right wing. Connor Swan is the fullback, and they're coached by Mr. Steve Lyons. Filton College line up like this. Liam Appleton at 1, Kieran Ward 2, Ashley Challenger at 3, Ben Silk at 4, Rory Knight-Davis at 5, John Humphreys at 6, Jake Boladri at 7, Brad Kisslingbury at 8, Andy Uren at 9, Kieran Hill 10, Ben Lawrence on the left wing at 11, Chase Smith the captain at 12, Josh Daly partners him in the centre at 13, Alex Kilburn on the right wing at 14, Adam Francis is the fullback, and they are coached by Mr. George Tabner. So here are the replacements for both teams. Luke Trorila for Truro College at 16. Jack Stanley, 16-year-old under-17s England player at 17. Ollie Bennett Hughes at 18. Oscar Fields 19. Angus McLean Brown at 20. Jake Woodward 21. Brad James at 22. Jack Woolley at 23. And for Filton College, Ben Reese at 16. Brendan Musto 17. Luke Panting at 18. Tom Cooksey 19. James Vecchio at 20. Scott Daly 21, Elias Caven at 22, and Daniel Rees at number 23. So just moments away from the second final of 3 this afternoon. If you just joined us, you missed an absolute corker in the first final, the ball final between Worcester 6-1 College and Gosforth Academy. Gosforth Academy winning that one 30 points to 29. The last kick of the game scored by Daniel Marshall with a penalty just outside the 22. Kept his composure, and it was a cracking game all round. End-to-end stuff, 30-29. Gosforth Academy beating Worcester in the ball final. But this is the plate between Truro College and Filton College, and both teams are about to make their way out onto the field of play. Filton Rugby just lining up in their blue and white shirts. Truro will be all in white. So here they come. Fit in their blue and white stripes, and Truro will be all in white. College, a few of them without a few numbers on their back, so going to give me a test in the commentary box. So the war cries from both teams have been given. And about to get underway. The second final of 3 here at the Alliance Park here in North London. It's warm down pitch side, a little bit cool in the stands. In fact, I've had to stick my jacket on. It's a nice brisk easterly wind. keeping everybody a little bit cool under this blanket of cloud as Aase gets us underway in this second final. Box kick forward from Andy Uren. Stanilek. Stay strong. Butler. Aase had to do a little bit of a juggling act, but does well. And a good pass out to Jack Simmons, who's full of running on the left wing. Butler. Inside to Haytham. Butler again. It's a good start this from Truro. Butler. Southworth. Butler spots a gap. Does a little darting run of his own. Advantage being played. And they'll pick up the penalty. Tackler not rolling away. 90 seconds into the game. Does the kicker fancy a little dart at this one? He certainly does. Connor Swan on kicking duty for Truro College. So this for first blood in this tie. He's hit the post. Ball comes back out into play. And Filton will have to clear. You certainly can here. Number 15 going strong is Adam Francis. A ball back in Truro possession. And it will be a Filton put-in. Andy Uren with the putting at the scrum. The referee not too happy with that one. Just a little bit of afters there, so the referee will just have a word with both teams here. Just having a little chat with Tommy Lee Southworth and Kieran Ward, both the hookers for both sides. So take two, Andy Uren. There's another bite of the cherry here with the Filton scrum just over the halfway line. Picked up by Kislinbury. Uren has it. Kieran Hill. Advantage being played. An advantage quickly taken here by Uren, who's off and running. Good offload to the big man Kieran Ward. Uren inside. Ball out and loose. Retains possession. Ben Silk. This is Kieran Ward. Inside to Jake Polidri. Into the 22 now, come Filton. Hill. Still kept in play. Uren. Uren again. Chance out for here for Ben Lawrence. Kieran Hill. Uren. Could they come back for an earlier infringement? So it'll still be Filton ball. 5 minutes into this first half. Gives them options here. It's a relatively straightforward kick a goal. But Kieran Hill is looking for more. That'll be a 5-metre line out. Ward with the line out through the hands of Rory Knight-Davis. So ball has been turned over back in Truro hands, and they win the penalty, so a chance for them to gain some yards from this. Joel Matavisi downfield, hoofing kick just inside the Filton half. Butler. Loose pass, chance for Filton to capitalise, but they'll come back for that Truro penalty, taken quickly by Adam France, by Connor Swan. Butler, Matavisi, Brad Howe. Butler picks up and goes himself, takes two to cut him down. To stop him in his tracks. Good tackle there from Ben Silk. Butler. Matavisi. This is Chase Smith into the 22. Penalty advantage here for Truro College. Butler. Matavisi, drop goal, 10 for 3. Not to be. But back they'll come for that penalty anyway. Right in front of the post. The referee is calling somebody over here, by the looks of things. Maybe just a little bit of a warning. Chase Smith just receiving some marching orders there from the referee. No doubt will relay them on to his men. So Filton College given a stern telling off by the referee. Connor Swan for a simple kick at goal, no more than 14 yards out. And this to draw first blood in this plate fight. Right in the heart. So 3 points to Truro College. And the opening their account in this final. They lead 3-0.
Scott,
we're just waiting for the ball to arrive here. Just to get this match restarted. This is Kieran Hill. That only just goes 10 metres. But it's in Filton possession. Uren to Pelidri. Uren again looks to his right. Uren. Filton gaining their yards. Now they come full of running. Out wide towards Ben Lawrence. The referee says that was a forward pass and it will be a Truro put-in. So scrum down here. Truro ball. So Butler with it. Referee not happy, so we'll start that one again. Free kick to Filton. You run with it to Knight Davis. You run looks to his right. Uses the run of Kieran Ward. Creating the gaps, creating a little bit of space. Sloppy pass, and now in Truro hands. Butler. Inside to Tom Holdsworth. Butler again goes left. Jack Inard. Butler spots a little bit of a gap opening. With advantage being played here for Truro. Tony Pello. Butler. Matavisi. Holdsworth. Butler. Jack Simmons on the right hand side. But they'll come back for that earlier penalty. And it's in kicking distance again here for Truro College and for Connor Swan. The one more yards, the referee takes it back, but maybe not. once again, referee having a word here with Chase Smith. I think it's number 3, Ashley Challenger. Can't be certain with his rip number on his back. It won't look like a 3 to me. Well, what was left of it anyway. Aase in the meantime. Big hoofing kick forward. Is that going to land as a touch? Well, the referee and touch judge aren't exactly sure what's to be given here. No, back they go. 22 restart. Missed opportunity there for Aase and for Truro. Good catch there by number 8, Neil Stanilik. Right in the bread basket, that landed. Butler. Aase. Swan. Sixton. This is Harrison Cully. It may have been turned over. Yes, it has. But they don't advance very far with it. And it will be a Truro College line out in the heart of the 22. Collected by Luke Haytham. Here comes the Truro drive. Excellent it is as well. 5 metres out. Aase. Stanilik staying strong. Jack Inard, 1 metre out. Penalty to Truro. Tap and go, only just. Stanilik. Noah Sexton corner for it out wide. May not need him though. Southworth. Couple of metres short. Good defence this from Filton. It's there for Truro though. Trying to rip it from their grasps. Butler. He's in there trying to dig it out. He's going to go himself. Oh, well done. Try there for Truro. Matt Butler, the scorer. Had to roll around on the floor to get it to turn himself over and to get over the line. But it is Truro College who have started the better of these two sides. Matt Butler adds the Truro lead, the lead 8-0. And in the past, these two have played each other twice this season. 1 win apiece. Truro winning 14-10 and losing 28-14 to Filton. So both of them with home victories. We're on neutral territory today. Over it goes from Connor Swan, and Truro hit double figures halfway through this first half. They lead 10-0. Collected by Brad Howe. Butler. Jack Inard. Butler again. Matavisi. Back to Matavisi. Now Higgins Truro full of confidence, now full of running as well. Loose pass there though from Connor Swan. And it will be a Filton line out inside the Truro half. Kieran Ward. Collected by Rory Knight-Davis. Good tackle there on Josh Daly. And Filton win the penalty. 15 minutes to go in this first half. Filton trailed by 10, but we did see this in the other game between Gosforth and Worcester. Worcester ended up leading at the end of the first half, even though they were 10-0 down after 20 minutes. So it's going to be Kieran Hill on kicking duty for Filton. This is his first attempt at goal. And this to reduce the arrears to just 7. Got the distance, and it had the accuracy as well. Good kick there from Kieran Hill, and the deficit is just 7 points. Truro lead Filton by 10 points to 3. Referee said that was knocked forward, so it will be a Truro put-in inside the Filton half. Butler collects. Matavisi. Stanilek goes to ground. Butler goes right. Picked up by Brad Howe. Beats one man and another into the 22. Showing a little bit too much, but instead it's taken up by Filton now. Uren. Kieran Hill out wide to Chase Smith. Josh Daly. Low pass. And not to be, so I'm sure we'll have the advantage here. Butler. Tommy Phillips. Stay strong. Butler goes left. To Southworth, to Luke Haytham, Matavisi, out wide, Harrison Cully, dumped into touch. Good defence that from Filton. 10 minutes to go in this first half of the plate final. Ball back in Kieran Ward's hands. Out wide, and a bit of an overlap. Was a chance there for an overlap, but now here comes Truro, and there's a chance here for Jock Simmons, who scores the second try of the game. There were a lacklustre defending in the early part there from Filton College, and Truro capitalised on it, and they now lead by 12 points. Jack Simmons, the centre, he's the scorer of the second try, and Truro lead by 15 points to 3. Connor Swan looks to add the extras here to make it 17 points to 3. He's going to miss on the left-hand side. So 12 points is the gap. Truro College, 2 tries to their names in this first half. A penalty and a conversion. The lead by 15 points to 3. 10 minutes to go. Picked up by Southworth. Ball was knocked forward in the early part of the play, and it will be scrum down, blue ball. And just a little bit of blood on the shirt. A little bit of a runny bloody nose. I can see that'll soon be fixed though. On patch now is Tommy Lee Southworth, ready to do battle in this scrum. You run with the put in. Good counter scrum in there from Truro. With the ball, but they've just hoofed it into the air for Ben Lawrence to collect. Taking have a little dart and run himself. Uren now goes right. Kieran Ward offloads to Jake Polidri. Into Truro territory they come. Uren. Rory Knight-Davis. Uren again. Ashley Cambridge. Kieran Hill. Kieran Ward this time, the hooker. Patient play this in Filton, it's good stuff. Cambridge big man trying to gain some yards, but going backwards. Good offload pass. The referees said it went forward. But showing how dangerous Filton can be on the counter-attack. Just a handful of minutes to go in this first half. Filton win the free kick. Ewan takes it quickly. Hill. Chase Smith. This is Adam Dilbane. Up towards the 22. Jake Polidri. Uren goes for a little bit of a darted run himself. Good tackle from Connor Swan. Found the advantage here for Filton. And they'll win that penalty, taken quickly again. Adam Francis, is he there? He surely is, he is there. Well done to Adam Francis. Gets Filton back in the game. Quick thinking there from the fullback. And now the arrears are just reduced to 7 points. So just a handful of minutes to go in this first half, and this to get Filton back in touching distance. It's a difficult kick here for Kieran Hill, but let's see what he can do from it. Great effort. Oh, superb effort. Arrears reduced to 5 points. Just a few minutes to go in this first half. Truro lead Filton by 15 points to 10. Box kick from Andy Uren. That's a good box kick as well. Went a lot of yards, that one. Out wide to Noah Sexton. Sexton with the luminous boots. Holdsworth on the right wing. Dogged it to touch. Much to the pleasure of the Filton bench. Ward goes to the long line out, and it works. Uren, Hill, Polidri. It's good rugby from Filton at the end of this first half. Uren. Good inside pass. And he could be in here, Josh Daly. Good running from Daly, and he's over. Filton a level. Level game. It's been exciting stuff. Good run this from Josh Daly. Stayed strong all the way. And now we have a level game, 15 apiece. And Kieran Hill looking to add the extras to give Filton the lead for the first time in this final. This for a 2-point lead. It's over, and Filton have the lead. 2 tries, one from Adam Francis, one from Josh Daly, and 7 points from the boot of Kieran Hill. Give Filton the lead in this plate final by 17 points to 15. Minute or so to go. Just a reminder, we go off the referee's watch, and our clock in the corner is only an indicator to where time stands. So still a couple of plays left maybe in this first half. Francis. Keenan Ward. Uren. He's off again. Ashley Cambridge. Kieran Hill. Third pass to Kieran Ward. Uren. Tackle missed there from Joel Matavisi. Uren. And they win the penalty. Just having a word here with Joel Matavisi, just to give his side a warning. Still timing maybe for another play here for Filton. Or maybe not. So we've reached half-time in this plate final. And we're halfway through the day here at the Alliance Park, and it's half-time in the plate final between Truro College and Filton College, and it's Filton with a slender lead by 2. They lead at half-time by 15 points to 17. So here we go for the Next part of the saga. Kieran Hill gets us underway. There's the little trumpet fanfare. Wakes up the handful of spectators in the crowd. Adam Francis for Filton. For a little darting run of his own. This is Polidri. Uren. Francis. Uren again goes to his right. Chase Smith up to the 22. Good tackle there on John Humphreys. Ball is lost, so Truro will turn it over and they will have the button at the scrum. Butler with the put-in. Picked up by Neil Stanley. Butler again. Tommy Phillips palms off one or two players to gain some yards. Matavisi, a couple of decent offloads. And now Truro inside the Filton half. Butler spots the gap. The referee said there was a knock on during that, and it will be a Filton scrum.
Yeah. You guys on the Saracens?
So Andy Uren with the put-in at the scrum.
Yes.
Match, of course, 35 minutes a half here at under 18 level. So we'll reload and start again.
Well, it's half done.
Penalty to Filton. And chance to gain some yards here from Kieran Hill. Massive kick in this as well. Great kick there from Hill into the Truro 22. Well, Truro seem to have really hit the wall in the last 20 minutes or so. Last 15 minutes of the first half and the start of the second half. It's been all Filton College. Ball dropped though. Now a chance for Truro to launch a counter-attack. Luke Hatham spots a gap. Thumping hit there on Tommy Lee Southworth. The referee is calling it back for a knock-on. It's gone down and it will be a Truro.
Let's go, come on, let's go.
So the referee just giving his instructions to both of the front rows here. Half hour to go in this plate final. Filton with a slender lead. Butler with the put-in. Taken away. Filton have it. Uren. Inside to Hill. Hill out to his left-hand side. Chase Smith. This is John Humphreys. Goes to ground short of the 22. Hill. Kieran Ward. Breaks the gap. Hill again. Francis loses out on the ball. And ball did go forward. Knocked forward. And Truro will have a second chance to clear their lines. Butler. Penalty to Truro, and they'll definitely have the chance to clear. So advantage being played here for Truro. That penalty advantage. And the referee gives the penalty, taken quickly by Butler. Who spots a gap. Over the gain line up towards the 22. Stanilik inside the 22 now. Matavisi. Staying strong, staying on his feet. Butler. Luke Hatham now. Advantage being played again by the referee. 5 metres out. Truro looking to get back into this match. They have been quiet for the last 20 minutes. Is the beast about to awake? Inard. Just shy of the try line. The referee will stop play for the penalty. Options now for Truro. They can regain the lead here with a simple penalty, but no, the tap and go is taken quickly. Butler. Good defense from Filton, but they're over. Celebrations galore for the men in white shirts. And Truro regained the lead. Yeah, Tommy Lee Southwood the scorer. And Truro now 3 points clear. A relatively simple, well, I would say relatively simple conversion. It's still a difficult chance. But the advantage will be 5 points. Should Connor Swan slot this over. Misses on the right-hand side, so the lead is only 3, and 25 minutes to go. Truro lead Filton College by 20 points to 17. Well, I'm delighted to be joined up here in the commentary box by Pete Walton, who's the England under-18 forwards coach. Pete, thanks for joining us. Tell me first of all, how much are you enjoying the day?
Oh, it's fantastic. It's great to see these lads getting out there, putting it around the pitch, and from a forwards point of view, it's good to see the physicality that the lads are showing.
You see a lot of these matches up and down the country. You see a lot of this young talent coming through. Just one question in particular I want to ask. How bright is the future of England rugby?
Oh, I think the bright, you can see what's out on the pitch here today. There's a lot of potential England players out here, and they'll be in the next game as well. But around the country, we're working with players from sort of 15s upwards, and the talent is good. And there's, the future's bright for England. You can just see coming through the age groups how well the 20s are doing, how well the 18s, 17s, 16s, they're all doing well, and it's just a conveyor belt which we need to keep working at. And these help. All this Aase thing's fantastic. All the school, all the academies work that they're putting in is definitely helping everybody.
What do you look for in particular when you watch all these academy games and other schools as well? We had the NatWest Schools final last week, which went down a storm. What do you look for in particular for a future England player?
Well, I say, that's my job, is to find players for the future. So, some people say, well, maybe he's not picking the best players at under 18s. Well, my job is to find them for Stuart Lancaster, not just for the under 18s to win games. So what I'm looking for is somebody who's just prepared to. Big thing is about maturity, as how they're going to develop, and the physicality, especially in forwards. They've got to be physical, they've got to be prepared with the head where it hurts, and if they haven't got that mental side to the game, then they're really going to struggle. And again, athletic, they've got to be able to, different positions you need to have different sizes, but you've got to see potential that they will grow into their bodies, and it's not a quick fix. It'll take time, and our job, as I say, we look at them at 15, start to see them develop through, and as they get into 20, 21, 22, that's when they're starting to mature, and that's what we look for.
Next weekend, I see the European Championship. You're off to Poland. Tell us a bit more about that.
Yeah, the European Championships, which we've done very well at the last couple of years, and the year before, the last 3 years we've been in 3 finals and we've won 2, and it's fantastic. We've had some great boys, and the boys have gone through. Jack Noel there, getting his first cap for England. He was involved 3 years ago, and that was the one we lost in the final. But he's learned loads from that. And there's lots of players coming through, and it's a great experience. There's 28 different countries at the European Championships, and we're in the top group, as we should be. We played Portugal the first game, which is gives everyone a chance to have a look at them. And Portugal are getting better, but after that we'll hopefully we'll get a result against them. We will play either Wales or Scotland, and we've already played them both so far and beaten them, but that means nothing. We need to be able to perform on the day, and it's about the players performing, getting better. And at the end, we keep on saying it's not about the result, it's about long as players are improving and they get the chance to go through and then put their hands up for Stuart Lancaster in a few years' time.
You're a former Scotland international. Tell me, how much has the game changed from when you were playing on the field to what it is now?
The game's massive. I tell you what, I'm glad I'm not playing these days. My game was about physicality and about ball carrying, and I still think that's very much part of the game. But you've got to have a bit more to your game than just that. Your fitness levels are massive. The hits, I'm not sure how to survive with the amount of hits that these boys take these days. But that's all down to the work they're doing at the clubs and the academies and the schools. They're rested afterwards, making sure they're available every week, and that's a big part of development as a player. But I was very, very fortunate to play to a good level and really enjoy my career. And I would play in the amateur and professional time, and that's a massive factor. We've got to make sure these boys know where they've come from, and also where they started the rugby, which is a big culture thing which we really push about, making sure they get their education. They also know which club they started at, and they keep links with that, and also look after the players that people have looked after them. And that's a big part about rugby. You've got to look after the guys who were there before you.
Tell me about your job, in particular as a forwards coach. Just give me a routine training session. What goes on in a England camp training session, and what in particular?
Well, in our sessions these days, we play loads of games. It's all about games, because at the end of the day, it's not just about winning the scrum, winning the line out. Yes, we need that to start. That's a starting point, and it's big. We do spend time on set piece, but we play loads of games because 95% of the time it's on the pitch, and we pride ourselves in chucking the ball around with England, and we want the lads to all play. So it doesn't matter what number you wear on your back. You've got to be able to pass. You've got to be able to kick. You've also got to be able to run. And I'm just watching big Jack Stanley there, who's involved with their under-18s. He's a great example. Look at the carry he's just made there, and it's something that we really work with the boys, that they want to never accept the tackle, and that's a big thing I push, is never accepting things. And here he goes again, which is fantastic. And and that's what I'm about. And that's what we're looking for in English players.
What are you expecting over the next decade of England players, as Filton get awarded a penalty to have a chance to clear their lines? What are you expecting over the next 10 years? Will we see some of these players maybe getting to a World Cup and holding that Webb Ellis Trophy high once again?
If I was a betting man, I'd put on a bit of money that there's a few players that are here today will be in a World Cup final with England in maybe 2019, 2023. There's some cracking players, especially in this game, the game before, there was a couple of players which really stood out, and then the next game against which is the Leeds one against Hartpury, that'll be fantastic. There's some players on there who are already being looked at by senior coaches because of the quality of what they are, and we think a lot of them, but it's a luck thing as well. You've got to stay injury free, and if they keep working hard but making sure that they get a good life balance, then there's a good chance of them getting to the World Cup.
Is that the key as part of your job, is to get these players and to make English rugby the number one in the world come the end of the decade?
That's my job, is to say our job title is we keep on getting changed our job titles, but it's National Academy coaches at the moment, or international performance coaches. We have to make sure our jobs are to find the players for the future, and so I'm always looking at. We look at players slightly differently to other coaches, because I'd say it's about the future, not just about winning everything now. And hopefully that's what's been seen. If you see what's coming through the system, and there's a lot in that senior team now. And I've just been having a good chat with Billy Vanapola over there, who, as a 16-year-old, first got a hold of him, and along with his academies and his schools, and now the clubs. And the good thing is these boys come back and they always ring us and a bit of advice just from an outsider, and that's what it's about.
One final question. Let's just quickly preview the championship game. You see a lot of these guys playing week in, week out. The big academy game against Hartpury and Prince Henry's Grammar School. You know both sides really well. What can we expect?
Yeah, I think you'll expect, Leeds, I know, will chuck the ball around, and that's what their ethos is. They've got some good coaches there, and they want to chuck it around. And Hartpury, given the due with this year, is definitely, they've been wanting to chuck it around. There's a lot of quality players. They're both missing a couple of probably their key players. I know Hartpury have lost the fullback, who's been one of the standout players of the season. But Leeds, Prince Henry's, they've got Jack Walker, who's captain of under-18s, and played for the 20s, and he's very likely to be involved with Leeds' first team over the next few weeks. They've also got in the backs, they've got some very quick wingers. Nick Rawthorne, who's a fantastic runner with the ball. But Hartpury probably come here as favourites because they've been here before and they've done it before. But I wouldn't rule out Prince Henry. I think on the day, it's the last game for a lot of these boys who've been together for a wee while. And as long as they've got energy in the legs, I really think there's a good chance that there'll be a cracking game. I'm not going to put on it, but I think there'll be an absolutely cracking game.
Very quickly, I'll ask you one quick question about Truro and Filton, but it looks like Truro quite close to the line here, and indeed, penalty try just been given. I was about to ask you actually which way do you see this one going, but I'm guessing your answer might go in the lads with white jerseys on.
No, before I came here today, I knew that the first game would be very close because very similar sides, and I thought it was a cracking game. And again, there's a big difference in the physicality at this level is unbelievable compared to where it was quite a few years ago. And these boys are in great condition, and they got excited about playing here today. Newcastle up against Worcester, which was fantastic. This game, Truro, before the game, again, I said to somebody, I said this is going to be another good game. Two of the sides who have been really, really firing this season and probably got lost a bit of luck during the season. But no, as it looks, I probably think Truro, and again, it's nice to see Truro chucking around. They've been thereabouts over the last few years, along with Filton, and they may just have a few more match winners. But it's been a very exciting game.
It's been an absolute pleasure talking to you, and it's a good insight actually over the future of English rugby holds. Best of luck to you in the future.
No problem. It's fantastic. It's great that you're here showing what the lads are doing, and that's what we're more about.
Thanks so much. Pete Walton there, the England under-18s forwards coach, and an interesting insight there of what he's looking for, and he said if you're a betting man, stick money on England making a World Cup final in 2019, 2023. It's all change in the RFU. Really invested a lot in the future, and as you can see with games that you see now here online today and some of the talent that the future of English rugby holds. Just as Filton win a penalty inside the 22. Back to this plate final with 15 minutes to go. Exciting stuff. Truro in the ascendancy, 27 points to 17, but a chance for Filton to get back within touching distance. So Kieran Hill goes for touch. 10 points the deficit. Ward. Collected by Rory Knight-Davis. Polidri inside the 22 as the sun begins to burst through the clouds here at the Alliance Park. Uren, Ashley Challenger. Polidri. Advantage being played. Out wide, it's a loose pass out to Chase Smith, but back they come for a penalty. It's relatively simple 3 points. But I don't think it'll be much use to Filton, because if my memory serves me right, on the rule book it goes on try scored if there's a tie. So with 12 minutes to go, even though they're going to take the 3 and get within 7 points, the rule state is on try scored, and Truro have scored 4 tries and Filton have only scored 2. So even with a converted try, they still need more points. Than Truro. They've got to win this outright. A draw is no good to them because they'll go on try scored. So Filton need converted try, or a try and a penalty, or a drop goal. They need to win this outright. They can't draw the game. Because I've got down Truro scoring 4 tries, and currently Filton have only got 2. So 10 minutes to go. Good take from Filton. Uren. Francis, good inside ball. And he's still going strong, is Uren. Scott Paley. Pops up in the air, goes backwards, but still in Filton hands. Francis. Offloads it to Aase Caven. Uren. Back it comes. That was an early knock-on infringement in the play, and it will be a Filton scrum. Eight minutes to go, we estimate. Uren. Good pass out to Caven, into the 22, come Filton. Good tackle there on Rory Knight-Davis. Pavey. Cooksey. Inside pass. And there's a chance here for you, ready? There he is indeed! What drama we have here! We had one cracking final to start the day. The second one is turning up to be a beaut as well. And all of a sudden, we're going to have another grandstand finish here at the Alliance Park. This to level the game. Great effort indeed. We have a tied game. Game's level. And it's Filton the one who are finishing the better. 27 points apiece. Now, according to the rules, Truro, that 27 points that they have, you might as well put a 0.5 next to it. Because the number of tries that they've scored betters Filton's at the moment. 4-3 the lead on tries scored. So at the moment, Truro still lead. Filton need to score. They've got to win this outright. A draw is no good to them. According to the rule book, it goes on tries scored, and then, should that be level, number of goals scored from tries. But Filton might win it outright here. With 4.5 minutes to go in this plate final. Payless do a little bit of a juggling act, didn't work for him, and Truro will have the putting. Free kick to Filton. Falidri. Paley. Good tackle there on Rory Knight-Davis. Adam Francis. Caven. Paley. Panting. Penalty to Truro. Booted downfield. Only gained the length of a cricket pitch though. But more importantly, for Connor Swan and his side, he runs the clock down. Truro have it. Jack Inard. Butler. Butler again. Billy Heast. Matavisi. Penalty Truro. Tackler not rolling away. And Connor Swan may take his time with this one again. In fact, he hands it over to Matavisi, so more time being killed. So ball deep into Filton territory. Jack Hennard on hooker duty. Brad Howe driving forward. Into the 22. Howe continues to go. A player down number 3, Billy Heath, he's gone down straight away. I think he's hurt his eye. He's up. He carries on in the meantime. Stanilek into the 22. Time's in the ready hour clock, so you can guess. Only a matter of seconds. Ball is out to the referee. No knock on. Hennard. Butler. Stopped in his tracks. Penalty to Truro. Surely a kick a goal. So, this to realistically put the game to bed. I think Truro there anyway, on the count back. But this puts it beyond any doubt. Connor Swan. This to win the game outright. It's over. And that is that. Truro College win the flight. Another superb game of rugby we've seen here at the Alliance Park this afternoon. And it's the team from the southwest down in Cornwall. Cornish celebrations here at the Alliance Park. The trip down the M4 and M5 on A38 will be so sweet. As Truro College, that sports academy down there, are victorious in the Pride final, winning by 30 points to 27. But just to remind you, the bidomon of this Ace Championships finals day here at the Alliance Park. The finale, the grand dessert, as it were. We've had a great starter and a good main course, but the sweet is yet to come, and it is the championship final between Hartpury College and Prince Henry's Grammar School. And that should be, according to the England under-18 forwards coach Pete Walton, an absolute belter. Commiserations to Filton College. They played their part in a cracker. But it's the school, the college from the southwest. Who take home the plate. Truro College beat Filton College by 30 points to 27. The championship final takes place at just before 5 o'clock. Do join us then.